Today I'm going from no-so to profo, like professional. It sounded better in my head. Hi everybody and welcome to Cats&Pats. Today we're stepping out of my comfort zone. If you've been watching me for a little while, you know I like to do DIYs. I made some of my own cat toys before, I made a cat scratcher, I made what I thought was a pretty cool cat hammock, which my cats are still using by the way. But all these so far I've gone out of my way to make sure I didn't have to sew anything. The main reason being, I don't know how to sew. I mean, I took a class in 6th grade that was called like Teen Living, which is just the new name for home ec back in the day. And in that, I think I had to sew a little pillow and learn how to sew a button. But that was close to 15 years ago now. So rewind, what am I even talking about? Well, I'm talking about this guy right here. My DIY kit from Miss Maddy Makes. And if you don't know what that is, it's a cool Etsy shop where you can find like really cool cat toys and hats and stuff. You got sushi toys, you got fruit toys, you got all sorts of fun things. But I made a whole video about that 2 weeks ago, so you can just click the link in the description below if you want to find out more about that. So yeah, I like to do DIYs, and I think a lot of people do. And I think the big reason for that is because you're actually doing something, you're creating something. And it's kind of just like making a model. At the end of the day, you have something you say, I did that, I made that. And that's a cool feeling. But sometimes you don't really have a goal in mind, or maybe you don't have the materials to make something, which today for me, that's where this comes in. So on the Miss Maddy Makes Etsy shop, you can buy yourself a DIY kit. And that kit includes everything you need to make something. And Maddy sent this one to me. I'm not sure actually which toy I'll be making today, so this is gonna be fun. Also, check out this tape. Is that not fantastic? Actually, this whole box is pretty cutely done. Keep crushing it, Maddy. So just like my previous video, Maddy sent me this stuff for free to try out and to make a review of like how I liked it / what I thought about it. All right, time to open this up and see what I'll be doing today. Alright, so your kit will include directions. Directions are always good. Some cotton or polyester lining or something like that. Some pins, a needle, some thread. We got catnip back here, and then whatever toy you're trying to make, which in my case is gonna be a s'more toy, which I'm excited about for 2 reasons. 1, s'mores are my top 5 foods. So delicious. 2, because it's a s'more, the edges are gonna be kind of floppy because you're gonna have your graham cracker, your chocolate, and your marshmallow. So if I kind of mess up sewing the edges, no big deal. Alright, so let's try to get started with this. Alright, s'mores cat toy. Oh, she even has a video for help. So this is good. It's kind of like step-by-step instructions on how to assemble and sew and do things. Let's see. There's 2 squares of brown felt. I'm glad she included this picture because I would not have known what to do. So yeah, if you don't know how to sew, just Google it. Say, how do I do a basic stitch? / look at this picture. I have faith in you. First time trying it, no big deal. Let's be honest, if it has catnip in it and it's somewhat held together, your cat will love it. And actually, I think I have enough for 2 s'mores. So maybe I'll make one, maybe my wife will make one, or maybe one will have to be a practice for me. We'll see how well I do. So let's get started. Okay, so we moved on top of the love seat now. I don't normally do something where I'm this close up trying to show my hands and stuff, so we'll see how this goes. All right, first I'm just gonna get the pieces I need for one of them. So 4 pieces of brown felt, 1 piece of dark brown felt, our chocolate, and 2 pieces of white felt for our marshmallow. And I got my polyester stuff here, my thread, my pins and needle, and a little bit of nip. Excess is going to the side. Step 1, thread the needle with brown thread. I can do that. All right, sewers do this sort of thing, right? Huh? What's supposed to do? You bring the needle to the thread, right the other way. Oh man, that was easy. Professional. Me tying a knot might be the hard part. You don't really realize how clumsy your hands are until you try to do something kind of delicate. Oh yeah. Step 1 complete, almost there. Okay, what we got? Place 2 squares of brown felt on top of each other. Start to sew around the edges using the whip stitch. The whip stitch. Oh, that's the whip stitch. Just gonna stick it through and then go around the edges. I can do that. So I'm just gonna line up my graham crackers here and then around the edge, right? Am I supposed to pull all the way through every time? Most of the way through? I think I'm supposed to knot it at the end, but I don't actually know how much string I need. I guess worst comes to worst, I can always cut it and restart it, right? Bad at the whole keeping it on the outside thing. Alright, this edge is looking a lot tighter than these other edges, but I'm getting better already. Alright, before completing this square, fill it up with a little nip. A little sprinkle in here. Now my cats are interested. Alright, so I just gotta finish up the side and then do it with the other piece, and my graham crackers are complete. I'll BRB. Boom, that's 1 graham cracker done. Also, why does this happen? Is that just because I'm spinning around? That happens to everybody? Alright, I just need to knot this end. I guess I knot this end too. I think I've seen some things where people like spiral it around. I figured as long as it holds, I'm good. Not quite sure how to end this. It seems like it's holding together pretty well anyway, but I think I'm just gonna try and tie a knot or 2 as close as possible to the edge, and then just snip it. That'll work, right? Alright, tied little knots in there. And I definitely don't think this is what you're supposed to do, but I'm gonna tie my ending knot to my starting knot. That way I know they're held together and it shouldn't ever unwind. 1 gram done, on to the next one. Wait, how do you get the thread off of a needle that's already on there? Can I just untie this little knot? Sarah, do you know how to de-thread a needle? Like get the thread off the needle if I'm trying to get like a new thing. Untie it? I'm trying to get this thread off a needle, which I've tied on there.
You don't tie it on.
You don't tie it on? What do you mean?
You don't tie the thread to the needle.
How else is it going to stay on the needle?
It's just threaded in there.
What?
Yeah, you don't tie it.
How else would it stay on there?
It's hooked in there. What do you mean? It's in the hole.
It's in there, but like, it don't come out as you're going.
As far as I know.
You sure?
You can look it up, but pretty sure.
What about thread? So you have a tail of at least a few inches in length. Fold the tail over to meet the other thread. Hold both. Really?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll let the man bring me down.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I like my way held on there, and I'll just burn this. There we go.
You can start a new trend.
Yeah. Tie your needles to your thread. It's awesome. Alright, so I got both my graham crackers done. Next thing, it looks like I'm doing kind of the same sort of thing with the two white pieces to make them my marshmallow. Before I finish with that, I need to stuff that with the polyester filling. You know, to make it nice and thick and fluffy and marshmallowy. Alright, thread it up. I still made my knot anyway because I kind of like it. So let's get started. You know, I really see how people can get into sewing. Like, it's easy enough just to be like, you know, in and out, in and out. If I don't have to think too much, you can just kind of do it and like zone out and like your hands are busy. Kind of understand. I get it, people. I get it. I just got some help here, so I decided to turn the camera back on. Okay, I'm gonna fill my marshmallow with a little bit of marshmallow. Which I think I got a lot of marshmallow for my marshmallow. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think marshmallow. Does that look good? That looks pretty good. Alright, let me finish this guy up. And there we go, my marshmallow is done. The edges got a little bit funny towards the end, like after I put the stuffing in there, but it turned out well. Also, I'm super impressed with myself that I haven't like stabbed my finger once, because I thought that was gonna be a problem, but being kind of careful, I'm also poking it away, which I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or not, but whatever. Hey. Once again, I have help with projects, but I don't like you playing around the needles, man. Except I spilled some of the catnip on my sweatpants, so that's been a thing. Alright, last step. Once placed, stack thread the needle with the brown thread. Alright, sounds good. I'm just gonna stack on my s'more, and it looks like I run the needle through like the center, like where the graham cracker holes would be. And that should be good to go. My s'more will be complete. This one's been playing with the marshmallow already, though. Gotta make it all, orangey. That's looking pretty s'morey to me. Just gotta attach it all together, and I'll be good to go. I'm supposed to make like 4 stitches, like little graham cracker holes. So, we'll see. Alright, one thing through. I realize I'm not very good at the whole tying off the ends part. I also realize I haven't been using these pins the whole time, which would probably be helpful when I'm trying to hold like marshmallow and chocolate and graham cracker while I'm tying a knot. So maybe use your pins when you're doing this? I mean, I think the pins are really for like when you're doing the edges together, but this is how I'm gonna use them. Yes, you're very helpful. You're very helpful. The struggle. You'd think with all the typing I do and video games I play, my fingers would be a little bit more dexterous than they are. Alright team, we're looking pretty s'morey, and it doesn't actually fall apart, which I was a little worried about. So apparently there's a technique for tying off the end of a string, which I didn't really know about, and so I was getting a little frustrated trying to tie stuff together. Also in my last hole, I actually went down and back through and tied it to itself, which made my ideal hole, I think. So for the other s'more, I think I would definitely do that. But this is pretty neat. I mean, this is something I made today, and it's pretty cool. I mean, today I learned how to do a whip stitch, which is not something I knew how to do. And actually, most of the sewing part really wasn't that hard. Like doing the outside edges of like the crackers or the marshmallow was pretty simple. And like I said, it was kind of therapeutic as I was doing it, because I was just like over and over, let me just. So yeah, if you're worried about trying something because it has sewing in it, honestly, just go for it. I mean, it never hurts to try. I think the more you do, the better you'll get. Like I was pretty slow when it came to, you know, tying off stuff and even just like threading the needle again, because I feel like I'm not too dexterous, but that's something I get better at. And also I learned you don't actually tie a knot in the needle. So, fun things every day. And I've had this girl helping me out the whole time. So this is a pretty fun DIY thing to try, and I encourage you to try one. And there's not just a s'mores kit, there's like another coffee cup one, which I think that one looked a little bit more complicated, so I'm glad I started with s'mores. But yeah, go out there, be bold, try new things. You never know what you might end up with. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.